Assalamualaikum everyone. I am nutritionist Hafsa Yousaf and I am here to discuss something good and interesting with you guys. In this session, I will tell you the introduction about nutrition, about balanced diet and some nutrition related terms. So, in order to do so, let's start by thinking, what did we eat for our lunch yesterday? Was it a burger, pizza, sandwiches or a vegetable curry? Or did we skip a meal? We all keep wondering that what should we eat for a healthy and happy life. But don't worry, in the next 5 minutes I will tell you the complete picture about nutrition, about the some nutrition related terms. Yes, you heard me right. We as a humans are often come through this term nutrition, but we do not understand the true meaning of nutrition. We know that every living being needs energy to perform the functions, and basically we see that animals are grazing in the field, they require the energy. There is another example of the humans, like we humans have 2 to 3 times food in the day, like breakfast, lunch and dinner, and we use this food as a source of energy to perform our daily function. So basically food is the fuel that is required by the body. There are many other physical activities that we perform day to day, and we use the food as a source of energy to perform these physical activities like running, walking, dancing, roping and jumping as well. Do you know that besides these physical activities, there are some other activities in which we do not involve any physical component of our body to perform? These activities are called as layer activities, like sitting, sleeping, yoga. These are all called as layer activities in which our body do not functioning. But still we need energy to perform the biological processes that are taking place in the body, like breathing and beating of the heart. So basically food is the requirement for everyone as a source of energy. And let's come towards the food groups. There are many food groups, like glucose is the most simplest form of the food group. Our body can absorb glucose quickly to provide instant source of energy. Glucose is the instant source of energy. Athletes and many sportsmen also use this instant source of energy and glucose, and many hospitalized patients, they are also taking the glucose as an instant source of energy. But glucose is not a complete form of food. There are many other components of the food rather than glucose. One by one, we will discuss these components of the food in detail. Okay, this is a complete picture of our diet, and there are many food components you can see. There is rice, potatoes and many forms of breads that are the basically source of glucose, and they are absorbed by the body quickly. And these foods also provide starch, which is a complex form of glucose and which then either converted into glucose and absorbed by the body slowly, because starch is a complex form of food. But as previously we discussed that glucose is not only complete form of the food, there are some other components of the food. And one thing, that this starch and the glucose, they comes under the category of carbohydrates. There are some other groups like proteins, fats and vitamins and minerals. These are the major components of food, and they will make a complete balanced diet. These food sources have been placed as the major nutrient component in our diet, and the content that we obtain from these food sources are called as nutrients. I will repeat, components of the food that provide the energy, they are called as nutrients, and we get these nutrients from a balanced diet. And the process of consuming these nutrients for the growth and repair of body, this term is called as nutrition. Consuming the foods for growth and repair is called nutrition. So if the person is deficient in taking some part of the food and taking other food, some nutrients is insufficient quantity in his diet, this is called as undernutrition, means some food components are missing in the person's diet, the person is called undernourished, and if some components are excess in the diet, then this term is called as overnutrition. But these terms comes under the category of malnutrition, and mal means bad. This is imbalanced form of nutrition, but most often undernutrition, it comes under the category of malnutrition. It is the major cause of the malnutrition. There is another term called deficiency. What is deficiency? Deficiency means if a person is deficient in a specific nutrient in its diet, like if the glucose is missing but we are getting protein. In other terms, like if protein is missing but we are getting carbohydrates, lack of a particular nutrient in the diet is called as deficiency. So here I have provided you a complete picture about the nutrition, about nutrients, undernutrition, malnutrition, overnutrition, deficiency, why food is required for the physical activities, for the layer activities, and also I have gave you a complete picture about your food components like carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins and minerals. So now I will discuss some myths about the nutrition. Some people think that skipping breakfast helps to lose the weight, but this is not actually a fact. The fact is that research shows the breakfast skippers tend to overweight during the day. They tend to overweight during the day because if we skip the breakfast, our body becomes deficient of the energy and we overeat the whole day. So no breakfast is equal to the less consumption of food. So we should avoid from these myths and focus on the facts that a complete food diet contains both lunch, dinner as well as breakfast. So eat well, stay healthy, stay safe, and if you guys enjoy this session and you find this session informative, please share it with your friends and keep visiting my channel for the more information, for more informative related videos. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.